Dr. Arne Bangenaar, you are here in Dubai at Cityscape to talk about emerging markets. Which markets are you concerned with?
I'm most focused on Turkey, Russia, Poland and Ukraine. That's where we work as a development company, concentrating on shopping center development.
Which of those is the best market at the moment?
Well, I would say the best opportunities are still in Turkey, but you have to be very, very careful about what you do. There's many existing shopping centers on the market, which are not particularly good. There has been an oversupply in the past, so you have to be, as an investor, be very careful. There are also some good shopping centers, but most of them are not for sale. So the owners are happy and they keep them. So the only way to look at it is into development, and that means you have to make careful market analysis to see where are the opportunities, which areas are not yet supplied properly, and then you can go.
Is it still Istanbul for you, or are there other cities that are better deals at the moment?
Well, Istanbul has always been the focus for all investors, and that's also why you see a large amount of oversupply in that market. So there, although there are still opportunities, you have to be particularly careful. Outside Istanbul, you find in cities like Bursa, Izmir, Ankara, also opportunities, but they have also been in the focus of investors already for the past 4 to 5 years. So there's also an element of oversupply there. And then when it comes to cities of 500,000 people, 800,000 people, there you have still some cities which don't even have a shopping center. So there are opportunities in those cities.
So you're not afraid to go into the less popular with foreigners areas?
Yeah, and that's exactly the squeeze, if you may say so, in which we find ourselves. There are opportunities. We also have some sites under control in these places. But investors are still hesitant. They're not sure about purchase power, and they're not sure about finance, which is very understandable. And that makes them actually hesitant, while the opportunity is there.
How would you evaluate the situation in Russia these days?
Well, Russia has come down from the top. And what we see, we're not active in Moscow, by the way. We're active outside Moscow. And what you see in those cities, cities of also 500, 800,000 inhabitants.
The European side or the Asian side?
Asian side, okay. And the south also. Mm-hmm. There you see opportunities because, for instance, land, which was originally priced 200, 250 euro per square meter, has now come down to 50, 75 euro per square meter. So very substantial price reductions.
But is that a good moment to get in then, to start something new at low prices?
As a developer, I would say yes, it's a good time. But I have to be honest, the retailers that are interested in those cities today are still the big box retailers. So hypermarkets, do-it-yourself companies. So what you can develop initially is a retail park. And then when you are also interested in shopping center investments, you probably have to wait another 2-3 years till also the smaller retailers have enough appetite to step in, and then you can build your mall. So you typically have to face developments. And if you're ready for that, it's a very good time to step in, I would say.
How about Ukraine, which is a newer market, and Poland, which is one of the oldest of the post-communist markets?
Well, Ukraine has even better bargains to offer than Russia, but that also has to do with the lack of political stability. And also, I would say, quite complicated local regulations, which makes it very hard for any kind of investor or developer to properly assess what it takes to run your feasibility and what should be in and what should be not in. The situation has now changed because of the market, but it is still relatively tough, and you need to know exactly the right persons and the right mechanisms to bring your project further.
Do you have any existing projects there, or you're evaluating only?
No, we're working on a scheme in Odessa, which was is a perfect location, but the very large concept that we originally worked on, a 60,000 square meter shopping center, has now been turned into a retail park plus
it's smaller.
Design. Yeah.
And that leaves us Poland.
Yeah, in Poland I would say that the market has been relatively stable. There's still purchase power and the retailers are relatively okay. They pay their rents, contrary to some other countries. So the movements in the market are more coming from distressed owners who cannot service debt or have to make strategic decisions to sell, rather than from the core market itself. The business economics still seems to make sense, and that is why the yields have not gone up so much in a country like Poland.
Now, when you come from those markets to Dubai, where there are these mega malls, which are not only shopping centers but also theme parks almost in some cases. The Dubai Mall has an aquarium, an ice skating rink, all kinds of things like that, which are not shops. Are projects of that type happening in any of your countries?
Well, certainly some cities qualify for that approach. Cities like Istanbul, Moscow, Warsaw and Prague. But I think you only see them in the truly large cities. So Moscow and Istanbul have it. Warsaw and Prague do not yet have these kind of schemes. They have large schemes, but they do not properly integrate the fun and leisure element in it as of today.
Do any of your shopping malls have cinemas also associated with them, or is that not so much?
Yeah, cinemas has always been a core element, like bowlings and food courts, of course. But special elements like these giant aquaria or ski slopes and never have anything come close to that.
Ski slope is only for places where there's no real skiing.
Yeah, correct.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.